At 92, Eleanor still enjoys her daily walks through the neighborhood, greeting friends and neighbors with a lively hello. She's sharp, active, and full of life, but it hasn't always been that way. A few years ago, Eleanor noticed a slight decline in her energy and overall health, even though she was eating what she thought were the right foods. What she discovered was that some of her beloved fruits were secretly sabotaging her health. In this video, we'll reveal 6 dangerous fruits that senior women should never eat and share the surprising reasons why they could be holding you back. Let's get started with the first one. Could this sweet fruit be hiding a dangerous secret? 1. As we grow older, many of us become more mindful of our health. We want to take care of ourselves, staying strong, mobile, and healthy. Fruits, being packed with vitamins and fiber, seem like the perfect option to add to our diets. But sometimes, things that seem good for us can actually cause harm, especially when our bodies start to change with age. Grapes, a commonly loved fruit, are one of those examples. I remember the first time I noticed a slight rise in my blood sugar levels. I had always enjoyed grapes as a quick, refreshing snack, but after a routine checkup, my doctor mentioned how foods like grapes, packed with natural sugars, can spike blood sugar, especially for women my age. I was surprised, but also thankful, because I realized I needed to make some changes. Grapes, while delicious, became a fruit I needed to be cautious about. If you're like me, enjoying those sweet, juicy grapes without thinking twice, it's time to rethink that habit. The natural sugars found in grapes can have a similar effect to processed sugars, especially when consumed in large amounts. For seniors managing blood sugar or trying to prevent spikes, consuming grapes without balance can be problematic. You might feel energetic at first, but it can lead to an eventual crash, leaving you feeling sluggish. Here's the good news: you don't have to miss out on refreshing, sweet fruits altogether. Opt for berries like strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries. They have a much lower glycemic index, which means they won't cause the same spikes in blood sugar. You can still enjoy that burst of sweetness, just with fewer of the hidden risks. Choosing lower sugar fruits like berries not only supports your physical well-being, but also boosts your emotional health. Feeling in control of your health is empowering. When you make thoughtful choices, you can experience more consistent energy, stability, and even a sense of accomplishment. Making these small changes isn't just about physical health, it's about feeling confident and taking ownership of your well-being. 2. For many of us, oranges are synonymous with health. We've been told for years how they're packed with vitamin C, which helps boost immunity and keeps us strong. But as we age, some fruits, particularly citrus fruits like oranges, can irritate our digestive system. I learned this the hard way when I began experiencing frequent heartburn and acid reflux after my morning orange juice. It felt like I was doing everything right, choosing a healthy fruit, but instead, it was making me feel worse. I talked to a friend who had similar issues. She said she couldn't remember the last time she had enjoyed a glass of fresh orange juice without feeling discomfort afterward. We both wondered, why is something so healthy causing so much trouble? The acidity in citrus fruits, like oranges, can irritate the lining of the stomach and lead to acid reflux. It can also worsen conditions like GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, which is a common concern for many seniors. But don't worry, you don't have to give up all fruits. Instead of oranges, try fruits with lower acidity, like bananas or melons. These options are gentle on the stomach and still packed with nutrients. Bananas are rich in potassium and can actually help soothe the digestive system. Melons, like cantaloupe and watermelon, are not only hydrating but also low in acid, making them an excellent choice for seniors with sensitive stomachs. Switching to these gentler fruits is a simple yet effective solution, one that can make a world of difference in how you feel day to day. When your body isn't bogged down by digestive discomfort, you feel lighter, more energized, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. You'll not only notice fewer stomach issues, but also enjoy a renewed sense of comfort in your own body. That feeling of relief is invaluable, especially when it leads to better mental clarity and an improved mood. 3. Mangoes are undeniably delicious. Their sweetness and tropical flavor have made them a favorite for many, especially during the warmer months. But if you have blood sugar concerns like I do, mangoes can be a tricky fruit. As a senior, I found myself indulging in them a little too often, thinking of them as a healthy treat. But after speaking with my nutritionist, I learned that mangoes have a higher glycemic index than many other fruits, meaning they can cause a quick rise in blood sugar levels. I'm not alone in this discovery. One of my close friends, who has been managing type 2 diabetes, told me how she used to love mangoes, but had to cut them out of her diet after her blood sugar readings began to spike. It was a bittersweet change for her, but she understood that managing her blood sugar was far more important than indulging in a sugary fruit. Mangoes, while tasty, can have a significant impact on blood sugar levels, which is something seniors with diabetes or insulin resistance need to be mindful of. The good news is that there are plenty of other fruits that are lower on the glycemic index and can still satisfy your sweet tooth. Apples and pears, for example, are great alternatives. They are packed with fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar and slow down sugar absorption, keeping your energy levels steady throughout the day. By making the switch to lower sugar fruits, you not only support your blood sugar levels, but also take control of your overall health. This simple choice can help you maintain balanced energy, keep you feeling more stable, and allow you to continue enjoying a variety of fruits without fear of blood sugar spikes. When you feel more in control of your health, it's easier to enjoy life to the fullest and have the freedom to do what you love, all while staying physically and emotionally strong. 4. As we age, it's not just about what we eat, but how our bodies respond to it. Fruits that we've eaten all our lives can suddenly feel like they're not sitting well with us anymore. For many of us, digestive issues become more common, and foods we once enjoyed without a second thought can lead to discomfort, pain, or bloating. One fruit that can cause trouble is pineapple, a favorite for many because of its tropical sweetness. However, it can be a double-edged sword for seniors, especially those dealing with joint pain or inflammation. I remember how much I used to enjoy pineapple in the summertime, cutting up fresh slices and savoring their tangy sweetness. But over time, I started noticing that after indulging in pineapple, my joints would feel more stiff and sore. It wasn't until a close friend who also had arthritis shared her experience that I realized pineapple, with its high acidity, could be triggering inflammation. The bromelain enzyme in pineapple, while beneficial in small amounts for digestion, can also worsen joint pain for those of us dealing with arthritis or inflammation. So what's the solution here? You don't have to give up fruits like pineapple entirely, but it's important to be mindful of the effects they can have. If you're sensitive to acidity or find that pineapple aggravates your joints, consider swapping it out for gentler fruits like kiwi or papaya. These fruits are still tropical, rich in vitamin C, and have anti-inflammatory properties, but they tend to be much easier on the digestive system and joints. 5. Avocados are often celebrated as a superfood, packed with healthy fats and nutrients that support heart health. But for seniors, particularly those with heart conditions or those managing cholesterol levels, avocados can be more of a concern than many realize. I was introduced to the wonders of avocado by a friend who had sworn by it for years. She added it to everything, from salads to toast. But as I started to experiment with avocados, I found myself feeling a little too full, a little too sluggish. I didn't understand why. After all, avocados were supposed to be healthy, right? It wasn't until I talked to my doctor that I learned avocados are high in fats, healthy fats, yes, but fats nonetheless. While they are good for lowering bad cholesterol, they're not always ideal for seniors who might have existing heart conditions or are managing high blood pressure. The fat content can add up, leading to unnecessary calorie consumption, and for some, it can affect weight management, which becomes more important as we age. The solution doesn't involve cutting avocados out completely, but rather consuming them in moderation. Try limiting yourself to a few slices or a spoonful in your salad, rather than making them a daily staple. If you find that avocados are making you feel a bit sluggish, consider replacing them with other heart-healthy options, like a handful of nuts or a drizzle of olive oil. These alternatives provide similar health benefits without the high fat content. 6. The apple, a fruit that's often seen as the epitome of health. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, they say. But for many seniors, particularly those with digestive issues or sensitive stomachs, apples might not be the harmless fruit we've been led to believe. I've always adored apples, especially during the fall when they're at their peak, but I began noticing that after eating them, I'd often feel a little bloated or uncomfortable. Apples are packed with fiber, an essential nutrient that supports digestive health. But for seniors with sensitive stomachs, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or other gastrointestinal conditions, too much fiber can irritate the digestive system. Apples, while wonderful for many, can cause bloating, gas, and even discomfort due to their fiber content. I learned that as we get older, our digestive systems can become more sensitive, and what was once a perfectly fine fruit to eat might now be a source of discomfort. If you're finding that apples don't sit well with you, the good news is there are plenty of fruits that are much gentler on the stomach. Consider switching to fruits that are lower in fiber but still offer nutritional benefits, like bananas, or cooked fruits like pears or peaches. Bananas, for example, are a great choice because they're easy to digest and have a soothing effect on the stomach. Cooked fruits are another excellent option since cooking breaks down some of the fiber and makes them gentler on the digestive system. The emotional benefit of making these changes is powerful. When you're no longer dealing with digestive discomfort after eating, it allows you to focus on the things that truly matter. You can enjoy meals without the constant worry of how they'll make you feel afterward. You've got the power to make choices that support your health and happiness. By being mindful of the fruits you eat, you're embracing a healthier, more vibrant you. Keep making those small changes, they add up to big results. Drop a comment, share your story, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips. Next time, we'll dive into simple ways to keep your joints feeling great. Stay empowered, beautiful.